Introduction of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. This is a life of Ahmad ibn Hanbal, major advocate of Sunni theology, major collector and critic of hadith, and eponym of the Hanbali school of law. Sunni theology is still with us. Ahmad's great hadith collection, the Musnad, is available in multiple editions, and the Hanbali school is practically established in Saudi Arabia. Because he was on the winning side, Ahmad's life has unusual significance and can tell us more about Muslim values and experience than that of almost any of his contemporaries. On the other hand, today's Sunni theology and Hanbali law are inevitably 20th or 21st century versions, while the Musnad is read in a widely different context from the one in which it was composed.
Okay, so we go next to the background Imam Ibn Hanbal. Okay, so full name. Okay, full name is Imam full name. Okay, which is Ahmad bin Muhammad bin Hanbal Abu Abdullah al-Shahbani. Okay, he was born and died, okay, at Baghdad, Iraq. Okay, his father is Muhammad. Okay, was a dog-faced Abbasid army in Khorasan. Imam Ahmad was descended, okay, from the pure Arabic lineage that coincided, okay, with the lineage from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, okay, which is from Nizar bin Ma'ad bin Adnan from the clan of Banu Bakr bin Wa'il. And next is Imam's mama, which is Safia binti Maimuna, okay, who was also from the lineage of Shaban from the clan of Banu Amir. Okay, so his father, his father Muhammad, okay, passed away at the age of 30, and Imam was raised as an orphan, which is this that reason, okay, why he learned to be turned reliant from the knowledge. Okay. Okay, so that's all about biography. Okay, next we go to the education. Okay, so Imam Ahmad, okay, studied extensively, okay, in Baghdad. When he finished his primary Islamic education, okay, at the Maktab, Imam began to attend study circle at a higher level of Islamic education at the age of 14. Okay, then he began to specialize in studying hadith in 179 Hijrah. Okay, so he started, okay, learning about a fiqh, okay, under the famed Islamic scholar, which is Abu Yusuf, who was a famed pupil and companion of the Imam Abu Hanifah. Okay, so Imam Ahmad remained a pupil of Husham bin Bashir until his death in 183 Hijrah. Okay, so during his study, okay, he heard, okay, about the death of Imam Malik. So he also went to Kufa, where he came notorious as an authority on the report recited from the Husham bin Bashir. He learned all the book of Imam Waqi, Ibn Jarrah, and was also tutored by him. Okay, so, and then Imam Ahmad learned Islamic law, okay, from Imam Ash-Shafi'i, and Imam Ahmad began traveling to Iraq, Syria, Arabi to collect hadith. Okay, so during this trip, okay, he wrote down about 300,000 hadith. Okay, he learned and wrote hadith from the more than 200 active scholar. Okay, include Yaqub bin Ibrahim al-Ansari, Imam al-Shafi'i, Husham bin Bashir, Ibrahim bin Sa'ad, Yahya bin Sa'id al-Qatan, and from other scholars at that time. Okay, so briefly, okay, Imam Ahmad had stopped, okay, has stopped educating hadith since 225 Hijrah. So he didn't recite any hadith except to his two sons, okay, which is Abdullah and Saleh. It was free time for Imam, and he recited his great book, okay, which is Al-Musnad, to his son and his pensioned cousin Hanbal bin Ishaq, okay, during 235 to 227 Hijrah. Okay, so we know that Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal had plenty of writing. Okay, among his work are Al-Musnad, Risalah Salat, Masail, Al-Ashriba, and lastly is Fadail al-Sahaba. Okay, so the end of chapter. Okay, Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal died on Friday, which is 12 Rabiul Awal, okay, 241 Hijrah, okay, at the age of 77 in Baghdad, Iraq. Okay, after a brief illness of 9 days, he also buried in Baghdad. Okay, so that's all from me. Okay, we pass to the next section.
Contribution Imam Ibn Hanbal towards Islamic education. Like other Muslim scholars, Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal also had made many contributions, not only for religion Islam, but for the community as well. Firstly, the Hanbali school. It was built due to the impact of Imam Ibn Hanbal during his time. Next, Imam Ibn Hanbal devoting himself entirely to the study of fiqh, studying under Abu Yusuf, Abu Hanifah's most well-known student. However, he later opted to continue the study of hadith, deferring fiqh studies for a while. Lastly, Imam Ibn Hanbal's most well-known contribution to conservative theology is the expression Kalamullah ghairu makhluk, the voice of God, uncreated, which means that the Quran as the utterance of God. The principles of Imam Ibn Hanbal in teaching. Imam Ibn Hanbal's popularity as a teacher was boosted by three aspects. The first was his serious approach to studying and teaching, which was balanced by remarkable humility and happiness. Second, he was always careful to convey just what he was certain about. He always refers to his books, which he had written by hand after he learned with teachers. Thirdly, he instructed his students to simply write down what they learned about hadith. To him, the Quran and the hadith deserved to be documented because they were the true knowledge. Imam Ahmad was a prolific writer. His works include the following. First, Al-Musnad. There are 30,000 hadiths in this book. Second, Risalatul Salah, a brief book on typical prayer mistakes. Third, Masail, Imam Ibn Hanbal's collection of fatwas. Fourth, Al-Ashribah, explanations for illegal and forbidden beverages or drinks. And lastly, Fadail al-Sahaba. This book is about the virtues of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam companions.
Assalamualaikum. Next is one of the Imam Ahmad famous book, which is Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal. The introduction of book Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal is a collection of hadith compiled by the Islamic scholar Ahmad ibn Hanbal according to Maktabah Shamila. Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal contains more than 27,000 hadith. It is also one of the largest hadith book written in Islamic history. A book is called the Book of Musnad when its compiler includes all the hadith he has ever received, without filtering and explaining the status of the hadith. Another 18 meaning of the book Musnad is the book in which the hadith are mentioned based on the names of the companions who first convert to Islam or based on lineage. Next is example of Musnad hadith. This is Musnad 1 and this is Musnad 2. Okay. This is the Tahqiq Kitab Musnad Ahmad ibn Hanbal. In the preface of the Tahqiq of the book of Musnad Ahmad, it is mentioned that the hadith in the book of Musnad Ahmad can be classified into 6 parts. 1. Sahih hadith lidhatihi. 2. Sahih hadith lighayrihi. 3. Hadith that Hasan lidhatihi. 4. Hadith that Hasan lighayrihi. 5. Hadith that is weak with light. And 6. Hadith that is very weak even to mawdu'. From Shu'aib al-Arnaw, Muqaddimah Tahqiq Musnad Ahmad, page 1 to 64. If we look at the percentage of Sahih Da'if, for example, we can see in the first volume of the book of Musnad Ahmad, Sheikh Shu'aib Al-Arnauf and his team conclude that in the first volume, number of hadith, which is 561 hadith, Sahih hadith lidatihi and lighrihi 359 hadith or 64%, and hadith hasan lidatihi and lighrihi 110 hadith or 19.6%, and weak hadith 79 hadith or 14%, and still tawaqquf or unclear 13 or 2.4%.
Conclusion of Imam Ahmad ibn Hanbal. Firstly, the background. Imam Ahmad is a descendant of pure Arab descent which coincides with the descent of Prophet Muhammad. When he completed his primary or lower Islamic education, Imam began attending classes at the tertiary level of Islamic education at the age of 14. People liked his guidance because he held a vast knowledge of Islam, and he was revered as a largely pious man who had no problem in pursuing and spreading knowledge. And the secondly is the contribution. He was famous and bravely remained committed to his faith, despite the demands of a caliph who wanted to impose his intellectual and philosophical ideas on Islam. Discussions of difficult religious issues and otherwise relying on scripture are not encouraged at all. Therefore, among the scholars, he is known as a pious young man, and on his old age he was a master scholar, enduring suffering and hardship for his faith. The last one is analysis. The existence of weak hadith in Musnad Ahmad is not separated from his attitude and opinion towards the weak hadith, where it precedes the weak hadith from opinion or ru'yu. It also allows the use of weak hadith or as a basis in the matter of fada'il amal or a policy on fida' and the usefulness of a practice. Basically, what is meant by Ahmad ibn Hanbal is as a weak hadith is a hadith that is on a par with the current Hasan hadith, because in his lifetime the term hadith is not yet known.